another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. Don't forget, this is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my own asexual life journey in order to help yours. So if you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live, like now, post a new video. This is my second attempt at doing this video. In the last one, I was trying to tell you that I have been poorly for the last few days. I've had intense itching all over, rashes, and it's been a very, very difficult few days because I've had to literally lie with a nightshirt on the bed and sometimes not even that, just to cool my body down. So it's been hard. I've been poorly, and now I'm back. I'm still signed off sick by the doctor off work at the moment, so I'm hoping this stream's going to be fine and YouTube's not going to stop it again. But I wanted to talk to you about Facebook dating. Just for those viewers who are new to this channel, I am asexual. I have got a book out called Asexual Perspectives, which is a great introduction to asexuality and tells the real life stories of asexual people through their questions and answers, all about love, life and sex. And I also wrote this and published this autobiographical account of how to manage your life, basically to have less pain, more energy and feel happier with fibro, but it works even if you haven't got fibro. So let's crack on with tonight's show. So even though I've been poorly and I've been chilling out, I have still been on Facebook dating. Facebook dating is very easy to use on the phone. I can't get it on my desktop. I can't get it on my iPad. I can only get it up on my phone, which is kind of crazy, but that's the way it is. Facebook dating, I've got this new thing lately called Spark. So you can send a spark to someone, which is like a star, which means you like them. So it's a bit like a nudge type thing. They've got a video camera on there now, so you can video chat with people. I don't know how long they've had the camera on there for, because I remember it saying, have you video chatted with someone? Yes, we have. I don't remember the video camera actually being there, but the Spark's fairly new in the last, it came on before Christmas, but it's probably in the last 10 days, I think. So yeah, I believe, that there are going to be some asexuals on Facebook dating. It's probably going to be few and far between, but I believe, that asexuals are obviously on Facebook. Facebook is huge. It's got thousands and thousands and thousands of people, as well 1% of the population. It makes sense that there should be some asexuals on Facebook dating. In fact, I know some asexual friends that have tried that. Obviously, we're not suitable romantically together. So, that's why I haven't connected with them through there. Because we already know we're not compatible with each other, but they've heard me try Facebook dating, so they thought they'd give it a go themselves. So during Facebook dating, obviously the majority of people on there are not asexual. The majority of people are wanting sex. The majority of people are heterosexual. Not all of them. There's bisexuals on there sometimes, polyamorous people, trans people. So, not everyone is asexual, and sorry, not everyone is not asexual. I was gonna say not everyone is heterosexual. I was gonna say as well, not every I've just got asexuals on the brain. I don't even think about sexuals anymore. That's what I wanted to talk to you about as well. It's been very, very difficult adjusting to talking to sexuals again, forgetting my previous heterosexual life. So if you didn't know, I was in heterosexual relationships for over half my life in the past. And because I've not been really doing much on the dating scene as far as being amongst heterosexuals are concerned, I kind of forgot what it's like to talk to them and how obsessed their mind is with sex and how much sex goes together in a relationship for them. And I just completely forgot about that. When I talk to them and they start talking, I'm like, oh God, you're heterosexual and you're like that. And for me, it's really weird. It's I used to know these type of guys all the time. I used to be in relationship with these type of guys. I used to be around these type of guys all the time. I used to lead a heterosexual life, I guess, even though I didn't know I wasn't heterosexual. And it's very, very weird when I now talk to heterosexuals. It's like they speak a different language, and it's like all this sexual stuff just comes back. So thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. So now it's okay, so I keep feeling like I've got hair on my face. Now it's kind of weird. It's just really? You're asking me these questions? And it's just like so strange to have sex associated with a relationship. For me, I because I never associate sex with a relationship because I'm asexual, I lack sexual attraction. For me, it's just so bizarre. It's hard for me to still comprehend the fact that people are like that because I don't watch TV. I'm very particular about the movies I watch with no sex in them. I lead a very no sex, not interested in sex life. And so to have heterosexuals, like talk to me and ask me questions, it just seems bizarre. So I wanted to share with you some of the questions that heterosexuals are asking me on Facebook dating. I want to share this with you because I thought it's good for you to have a heads up if you are going to try it for yourself. It's free. For a warning, first of all, there are a lot of Chinese guys on there, the majority of which I find out bots by the look of it, like Nick said on the stream that didn't quite work. A lot of the ones that are in London and over here that are like Chinese, they seem to be fake profiles. One of them did message me back once. I'm not sure if a couple did, but it's very, very, very minimal wording and the rest don't. So I just don't bother with any of those type of guys anymore because I just know they're probably fake profiles and I just stay clear of them. But I have connected with some people through Facebook dating who've then connected with me through their personal profiles, and I know they're a genuine person because from what I can see from their Facebook profiles, they've got pictures of them in different settings, they've got details about them, they've got friends and family on there. So they're not all fakes, but there's a lot of them that just literally are looking for, casual relationships. Sadly, some of them are bored because of lockdown. And so you have to be very, very careful and aware of these type of things. I'm openly asexual on there. I don't hold back my asexuality. I'm very proud to be asexual. And you have to be very blunt with these people. They are pretty much all after sex. So unless you spell it out to them, and even then a lot of them don't pay any attention to it. So these are some of the type of questions. I mean, it's difficult because obviously if heterosexuals don't understand asexuality, then they're kind of going to be curious as to what that means and what that entails in terms of a relationship. So in one sense, I'm a bit sympathetic and empathetic to the fact that they don't actually know what it means. They don't know what it would happen in a relationship. It's very, very novel to them, very strange and different. So, there's an element of you have to discuss certain things for a potential relationship with anyone. But just when I discuss it with heterosexuals, it creeps me out because it makes me feel like they're just perving over it or getting a sexual thrill out of it. Whereas if I say something to an asexual person, there's like no sexual feeling there. So I can just say what the hell I want and I don't feel like the guy's trying to sexually leech onto me, if you know what I mean. It's very different. Like when we talk about in the asexual community, it's very matter of fact. It's very kind of clinical, like what you like and what you don't like, touching and no touching a lot of the time. But even with asexual guys, I've got some asexual guys that literally start a conversation with me. They get turned on because of just me talking about kissing. And then they don't want to speak to me again. And I'm like, how are you any different to a heterosexual guy? If all you want to do is talk to me about physical stuff, then you don't want to talk to me anymore. When I say I want to know you as a person, how is that any different in behaviour towards than a heterosexual? It isn't. Do you know what I mean? I mean, some of the heterosexuals, they do actually carry on talking about other things as well with me. But if I give you some examples, obviously I'm not going to read their names out. I do respect the fact that they're asking me, they're taking an interest in me. Some of it's genuine interest. Some I think is actually really more like they want to be turned on. So, it's, you can't always know. But anyway, so this person was asking me about asexuality, first of all. Right, this wasn't a sexual comment, but it led on to more questions about intrusive questions about sexual stuff, right? But this person said, did some incidents make you asexual? And as an asexual person, we've heard this time and time again about, did something happen to you to make you asexual? And it's really infuriating. It's very annoying because, as you know, you can't be made asexual. Asexuality is a sexual orientation that's lack of sexual attraction, meaning we don't get the need, urge, or want for partner sexual intercourse. We don't look at someone and go, oh, I really want sex with them. That's just not what a pure asexual does, right? A pure asexual doesn't look at someone and think I want sex with them. Obviously, there's great grey areas of the asexuality spectrum as a whole. But there's asexuals that don't experience any sexual attraction whatsoever, like known as the pure asexuals, if you like, rather than part of the asexuality spectrum. Nick, I don't know, did something happen to you to make you heterosexual? Yes, Nick, I have said the same thing to some heterosexuals. Did something happen to you to make you heterosexual? I said that same sort of thing. I know when I was in a taxi once, and this taxi driver said I was in a daze because I was asexual. And I said, oh, so you're in a daze because you're heterosexual, are you? And he got really angry with me, but he was driving the car. And so I had to like not say anything else because obviously my life was in his hands. And I had to just not say anything, but he was like really like this, and getting really peed off. But exactly. Did something happen to make them heterosexual? Just because they're heterosexual is majority of the population doesn't mean to say it's right, and it's the sexual orientation that should exist in the majority. It's just the way it happens to be because they got the loudest voice, But to be honest, people that are ruled by their genitals and their testosterone and estrogen and like their genitals, I mean, I think it must be a tough life, actually. It's like you're just controlled by your genitals. It's like, that's a bit sad, really, isn't it? You're controlled by your genitals and what you do and what type of relationship you have. But there you go. So yes, Nick, I do agree with you on that. So anyway, so this person I replied to and I said, no, asexuality is a sexual orientation. You can't make yourself asexual. Asexuality is a sexual orientation that's the lack of sexual attraction. It means I don't get the need, urge, or want for partner sexual intercourse. It's great, I said to this person. I just love kissing with my clothes on for hours. It never leads to sex. All my pleasure is in kissing. Oh, nice. It's something different to listen, but sounds good. I mean, out of curiosity, I'm asking, don't take me in a wrong way. Do you like to get your chest fondled? I mean, I don't know where to be insulted or just laugh out loud. Do you like to get your chest fondled? It's like, why would I like to get my chest fondled if I don't actually want sex? Where did that? I think basically it just means he likes to do that, I think, because it's like, I don't even think about that, it's kind of like gross to me. Like I was in heterosexual relationships before. I was in a serious one for years, and yes, I did do a lot. What part of only kissing wasn't clear? Exactly, Nick. I'm glad you understand me. I said only kissing with my clothes on. So in order to fondle breasts, most people would usually do that without clothes on. You can obviously touch it through clothes, but touching and fondling is a bit different. And I said no to this guy, and he's like, oh, or you're only happy with kissing, ? And I said happy with full-on tongue kissing for very long periods of time. I don't mind touching a guy's chest, but I don't have the desire for him to touch mine. I like holding hands and cuddling, love kissing in public too, but I don't do casual relationships. And then he put okay. And so I directed him to this channel because some of them I just fed up of trying to explain to them. And also, it's like they don't take me seriously. It's like I'm saying I'm asexual, but they don't believe me or they don't take me seriously. So when I point them to my channel, I know then it'll scare the wrong people off because they'll be like, oh, sugar, it's real. Oh my God, she's got all these videos. Oh my God, I better scarp her. Do you know what I mean? So, and also to educate them. I mean, I'm on there. I am talking to a number of guys and I am educating them about asexuality. And I think the world's a better place for actually educating some of these guys. Because, like, how else am I supposed to spread the word to heterosexuals? This is a prime good way of doing it. Talking to them about asexuality one-on-one like this. So, I'm helping. They might come across someone who is asexual. Nick, saving the world one idiot at a time. I love that, Nick. It sounds a good idea for a book, that does. Saving the world one idiot at a time. Yes, Nick, I love the way you put that. It's lovely to see you, by the way. Yeah, your beautiful partner has kept in touch asking me how I am, so that's nice of her via private messaging on my page. That's really nice of her. I appreciate that. So saving the world one idiot at a time. Yeah. I know. It's just like, and then I sent him the channel. I said, that's my channel. I call dibs on a copy of the book with the title. Oh, dearie me. Bless you. Oh, I think I've got too many books I want to write and not enough time to do them. I need to get the Asexual Guide to Sex book finished. But I've got a few things I've got to take care of before then. Like my health has had to come first. Like I haven't been able to do anything for since day after Boxing Day. So for 4 days now, I've not done. I went out today for the first time. I've had to relax and de-stress. I'm still itching now, so um, so yeah. So this guy then said, I told him about my channel. That's my channel. I'm publicly asexual. I do say that in my bio. Yeah, I just saw the video. What do you expect? What do you expect from your partner being asexual? Just caring, cuddling, and loads of kissing? Question mark. I always love this question because I could write an essay on the answer, which I nearly do, and I think it bores them after a while. They're like, oh, I wish they'd never asked. But I thought, oh, seeing as you ask, it's my opportunity as a hyper romantic to give my full version as much as possible. So I said, caring, cuddling, and loads of kissing is essential for me. So is holding hands. I have to have PDA too. I'm a hyper romantic person, so he would need to be a very romantic guy. Just holding my partner's hand around the supermarket a lot and feeling his fingers intertwined with mine is great. I would need him to be 100% honest, 100% faithful, and 100% committed only to me romantically and not be kissing or having sex with other women. I would need him to be an emotionally open guy, sharing all his secrets with me and being my bestest friend, bestest ever friend, and my soulmate and love of my life wrapped up into one. And him understand the value of me and pure love. He should publicly support me as a beautiful asexual person and the work I do for asexuals and be happy that sometimes I will talk about him on my channel because I'm not having a guy who wants me to hide the relationship with me and him. He has got to be a super strong guy. If he's not asexual, he's got to understand that people are going to know he's not having sex if he's with me because I don't have sex and I'm open about that to the world. And if he can't handle that, he's not my guy. So I said asexuals love through a deep emotional connection. So we would need to have that with me, maintain and sustain it, and love communicating as much as I do. He should be able to drive to see me and ideally eventually move to live near me, but not with me. He should not want kids or marriage and just love the two of us. And he put, okay. That's all he put to that. And I carried on, and then he hasn't answered since. I said he should be strong and proud to be with an older asexual girl and have intelligent conversation with me and nothing off limits, and be proud to tell his friends and family and friends about me, and not care what others think about him being with an older asexual girl without sex. I've been helping asexuals for 5 years and writing my second book for them. I love the music video in your Instagram. The street performers are awesome, I said to him. I would also like the guy to enjoy going to the cinema, out for meals, to theme parks, zoos, and aquariums. So what are your thoughts on what I'm looking for? And what would your ideal relationship look like? Nick, yes, it's like they can't read. Yeah, they're so ignorant. I'm going to have to take my socks off, sorry, folks, because I'm still got itching problems. And I have to keep my body cool as possible, which is annoying, but it's true. My legs are getting really red now. Oh, last time I was itching on here, just my scalp a bit before, but my legs are becoming a problem. So yeah, it's like they can't read, Nick. I totally agree with you on that. And so this guy then started asking me questions. I got another guy. This guy asked me out on a date, actually. I was like, yeah. This guy's Indian. This other one that I'm getting now. Obviously, I don't want to reveal their names. I thought this was really nice. I'll tell you a nice comment this non-asexual guy made. Sorry, I've got asexual guy in the brain because I want to be with an asexual guy, not a sexual guy. So I did say that I'm asexual, so not interested in sex, which is a very good thing, I said to this guy. So this guy is a younger Indian guy in the UK, not asexual. But I thought this is a really lovely thing to say. So I will say this about him. Just like not all fingers are of the same size, every person is also different, and you've got to respect them for that. So I thought that was a really nice thing. So anyway, going down. He was born in the UK, but his parents are from India. This guy, so it's basically he's Indian. So right, he was started to ask me more personal questions. So I asked him if he'd had any dates, and he said no, he'd only recently joined. But then he said, well, I'm not asexual, but wouldn't say sex is everything. That doesn't mean to say they don't want it. Oh, here we go again. Were you always asexual, or did something change later? It's so annoying, you know, the same type of thing, like, did something happen to you to change you and make you asexual? And sorry if I'm being rude, I have very little knowledge about this, but when you say you want a romantic relationship and still like kissing, do you not feel like doing anything more and not get turned on, or just prefer to pleasure yourself? I have to laugh at the boldness of that question. I'm like, oh my God. Like, if I was like talking to an asexual person, it wouldn't be quite as bad, but trying to talk to a heterosexual person about this, I just know would turn them on just me talking about it. So it's like, do you know what I mean? But I did say that I don't like sex, right? And it's kind of like, you know, how many times do I have to say I don't like sex? But I said, you can't make yourself asexual by doing anything. It's not abstaining or celibacy. It's a sexual orientation that's a lack of sexual attraction. I feel like I'm bashing my head against a brick wall because he's asked pretty much the same thing as the other guy. So I don't get the need, urge, or want for partner's sexual intercourse. However much I love a guy or kiss him, the pleasure is all in the kissing for me. I realised I'm asexual in 2014 and openly asexual to the world and quite well known for it globally. So then I sent him my channel. That's my channel. I've been educating people about asexuality for over 5 years now. And I said I can kiss for up to 3 hours, and even if I feel arousal, as I don't experience sexual attraction, it never makes me want to have sex. I'm not attracted to a guy's genitals and don't need to see that. I just want to snog his face off, and I like to kiss in public too. And then he said, that's fair enough. Do you have any plans for New Year's? And I put, well, we just went into tier 3 and I haven't been well recently. Then no. I saw Wonder Woman 1984 at the cinema on Boxing Day. What are you doing on the New Year? So then he said, I don't have any plans at the moment, but don't mind making some. Like, we just matched 2 days ago, but would you want to meet? Nick, don't ask about how I touch myself in less than 5 messages. Facepalm. Oh dear. Well, yeah. I mean, basically, I was doing most of the messaging in between, and then do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, I skipped some of his messages because I thought, you know, he's talking to me about work he does and stuff. But do you know what I mean? It's kind of like they do tend to cut to the chase quite quickly about sexual stuff. So I just said this is my last message to him, because obviously I look back through his messages and he was the person that asked me if I live alone. Now, if a guy asks you if you live on your own and then offers quite quickly to meet up with you, it usually means they expect to come to your place and have sex with you. This is what it usually means. So I said to him, right, so we'll see if he likes me and is serious or not. Oh, thank you for asking me out on a date. That's a lovely idea. However, in order for me to seriously consider that, I would need the guy to connect with me on my personal Facebook profile so I can check it out. I meant check him out. And video chat with me and get to know each other first before I commit to that. Also, I don't drive, so the guy would have to drive to meet me, and I would be meeting him in a public place. And as Devon is now in tier 3 and we have to social distance, I am not sure what you had in mind? Question mark. Sparky 666, what have I missed? Oh, you've missed the fact that I'm talking about what sexual guys ask me in Facebook dating, which is questions so far about, has something happened to make me asexual? Has some incidents happened in my life? Have something made me asexual? And both one guy asking me if when I told him I just like kissing with my clothes on, asking if I like my breasts being fondled. And then this guy was asked, he also asked me, he was the second person that asked me basically if anything made me asexual. Pro what exactly? You know, it's like they pay no attention. I say I'm asexual in all of my profile. I clearly make it very, very, very clear. And you know, and it's like this guy just matched with me 2 days ago and offered me a date. But I mean, it's nice of him to offer me a date. But at the end of the day, he's the one that's asked me if I live alone. Do you know what I mean? So I know what his mind's like. So I've literally said to him, "Well, you know," and he's on about New Year's. New Year's Eve is tomorrow. New Year's Day is the day after. So he's on about meeting up tomorrow, any night. We shall see what he says to my message. He'll probably not say anything, or he'll just give some rubbish answer. Do you know what I mean? Because I mean, how would he meet up with me when we don't even live near each other for New Year's and it's New Year's Eve tomorrow? Well, it's New Year's Eve now, actually, because we've just gone through into Thursday, the 31st of December 2020. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? Bloody hell, so sparky. Yes. Yes, I know. I mean, this guy is Indian. You know, his parents are Indian. In the UK, he's 20. So I thought, oh, that's quite nice being asked out with by a 20-year-old Indian guy, because I like Indian guys, as you know. But even so, I'm not going to go. And there's another guy. It's a shame because he's really sweet. He's 23 years old, Indian guy, but I think he's only in the UK for study. But he's tried to video chat with me, and he's quite sweet, actually. I mean, the look, but I mean, he's going back to his country, I think. But I thought I haven't tried the video chatting yet, so I thought I'll give it a try today because 23-year-old was trying to video chat with me, but I said, I don't think we're going to be compatible because you're going back to your country, aren't you, after study? But then I thought, I'll stuff it. I'll try and see if I can reply to his video, and I couldn't get through to him. And then he tried me again. So I might try, because I'm thinking now, I think I need to practice doing video chatting on Facebook dating and just see what comes up. Because it would be a good idea I get to see some beautiful Indian guys. I might get a few shocks along the way as well, and they're not how they seem. Because that's the thing, you see, they lie about their age, some of them, you know, and then they're not really that young, they're much older. So there was a guy on earlier, and it said in his profile he was 18, but he doesn't have a picture of him. And then when he was messaging me, I thought, all right, he said he liked me. I thought, oh, 18, you know, it's not really my ideal type of age, 21 and up, right? But I thought, I'll just play along with it. And so I messaged him and said, oh, are you hiding because you haven't got a profile picture? And then he started trying to video chat with me like 3 times and go, oh, babe, take a video call. And I'm thinking, you don't sound like you're 18 years old to me. You sound much older. And I said, oh, he goes, oh, what? You like younger guys? Guess how old I am? I said, well, it says in your profile 18, but I don't think you are 18. I think you sound like you're older than that. He goes, oh, I'm 20. And I go, oh, right, okay, so why did you lie in your profile? He goes, I didn't. I said, well, it says you're 18 years old, so clearly you did. And then he didn't speak to me after that. So then I've deleted him off there. When you delete the conversation, it blocks them. So that's quite interesting. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of them lie, and then there's this other guy who's older, but he's not Indian. But yeah, he said he read my bio and it's interesting, laugh out loud. But I've had some other people asking me questions on there. Like I had one guy ask me a while ago, like questions about like, oh, that was one of them. I told the guy I don't like sex, and I've had it a couple of times now. So what sex acts are on the table and what aren't on the table? And it's like, no sex acts are on the table because I don't like sex. I'm not interested in any sexual acts. You know what I mean? I already said I like to kiss with my clothes on. Surely that is indicative of I'm really not wanting to be naked and doing any sexual acts. Most sexual acts require some nudity usually. They really do require some nudity because genitals are usually involved. Do you know what I'm saying? And so obviously I say clothes on plural. So, you know, that kind of means all of them. So yeah, it's just like, you know, they do ask me a lot like about sexual acts, what sexual acts are on the table, what aren't. And you know, one guy the other day, I said I only like kissing with my clothes on. And he goes, oh, so do you like foreplay then? And I'm thinking foreplay is a prequel to sex. If I don't like sex, why would I want to do foreplay? like these people are insane. They just don't listen. And the amount of guys I have that like me, that were looking for a casual relationship and looking for sex. There's one guy that came on and I was talking to him the other day. I said, "Oh, so you're looking for sex then?" And he goes, "Absolutely." I'm thinking, why did you even like me then? So I'm like, well, we wouldn't be suitable because I don't like sex. And so that was the end of that conversation, you know? And it's like I'm getting a lot of the guys that are really like wanting sex, which is kind of typical of what I attract. But I mean, I know I'm an attractive girl to a lot of sexual guys. I get that, you know. I do get a lot of guys from France on there liking me, and it's like, well, I can't have a relationship with someone in France. Thanks for the thumbs up. Lots of love to you all. And so it's like, you know, they're very good looking, some of the guys from France, but it's like, I don't want a relationship that's long distance like that. Like some people think that automatically, oh, because you're asexual, you can have a long distance relationship. Well, with me, I love kissing. I love kissing a lot. So I need a person who lives in the same country as me, at the very least, and who has his own car and an ability to drive and come and see me. And obviously at the moment, as we're in tier situations in 2020 during the lockdown tier situation, we're in tier 3 now, you know, makes dating in person very difficult because, you know, you're not really in a lot of tiers meant to meet up with people you don't know. So, you know, but if a person really likes you, then they would get to know you online a lot. They would video chat with you a lot. And if they did meet up, it would be socially distanced. Long distance is hard, and 2020 it hasn't helped. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is hard, and 2020 hasn't helped. I agree with you. I mean, I personally have never had. Okay, so I was going to say I've never had a long distance relationship apart from a month. So there was a guy who I thought was hopeful for 2021. Yes, that's good, Sparky. Um, so basically, I met this guy who said he was asexual, and we never actually met up in person, and we were going to, but things didn't work out. And it was like for a month I knew him online and video chatted with him and stuff like that. So, but that, you know, that was the longest distance I had. And I don't even really call that a proper relationship when it's only a month. Do you know what I mean? And we never actually met up. But he changed when I started saying I wouldn't be taking my clothes off in the hotel. So I don't even know if he was really asexual. So his whole persona changed after that. And it was a bit, you know, it wasn't nice. So anyway, that ended. So that was the end of that. But you know, it's like because I never met him in person, it's kind of like it's not really a real, and it was only a month or just under a month. To me, it wasn't really a real relationship. But you know, that's the only thing I tried a long distance relationship. It didn't work. But, I mean, if I met the right Indian guy who happened to live in London, I love London as my second home, but at the moment it's really bad in London. I mean, they're in tier 4. And if I lived in London right now, I'd be a lot worse off. So it's good that I live near where, you know, in the city I live in. And so, you know, I'm safer here actually. But, you know, like if an Indian guy lived in London, he was willing to commute a couple of times a month to see me, that would probably be okay. But I do get really strong romantic feelings. So eventually I'd want him to move to live near me, ideally. Do you know what I mean? Rather than with me. Nick, BRB need to take out trash. Oh, be right back. I thought you were going to say Airbnb or something. I thought you were going to talk about like long distance. You need an Airbnb. Yeah, go and take out the trash, Nick. Yeah, so you know, but you get a lot of intrusive questions. So yeah, asking me about foreplay. Well, I've completely said I'm asexual, not interested in sex, is just ridiculous. I get asked a lot of the time, so what happens when you kiss and you get turned on? What do you do then? You know, and so, you know, and it's like, you know, like for sexuals, when they get turned on, they have to like feel the need to have sex. Whereas as an asexual person, I do experience arousal in my case. Not all asexuals do, but I have no desire to have sex whatsoever. Having some arousal does not, it's kind of in and of itself, it doesn't link to me wanting sex with anyone and not the person I'm kissing. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't lead to sex for me. So, although personally for me, I do get aroused and I can get high levels of arousal, I never associate that with needing sex because it doesn't happen for me. I don't get aroused and think, oh God, I really need sex now. It's more like I need more kissing now. Because I'm really into kissing, which is quite rare, I think, for most asexuals. So, you know, and then obviously, you know, it's like the question, another intrusive question. So like, whereabouts do you like to kiss? That type of question. You know, like where do you like to kiss? And it's like, well, I like to kiss the guy's forehead, the guy's face, like his cheeks, his nose, his ears, his lips, his neck, and I will kiss his chest and arms, but not below the waist because I'm not interested. I'm attracted to guys' face, not below the waist. And actually, I said that on my Asexualise page the other day. And there was this guy who said he really liked that answer. And I thought he might be asexual. And I clicked through his profile. He's foreign in the UK, it said. But I didn't know if he was just studying. So I actually private messaged him. But I found out that he's not asexual. He just liked the comment. And he can, you know, he needs a sexual person for a relationship, you know. And that's another thing. When you're doing the dating and they start to say stuff about, you know, like, oh, like I had one guy that I was talking to quite a bit, and then he started saying that you watch, you know, he started saying, talking about his ex a bit, because I asked him about his past, but he's like, instead of, I said, oh, you know, are you still in contact with her? And he's like, well, yeah, a bit. And then I'm like, okay, so, you know, are you going to ever get back with her? I hope not. I hope not. It's not the same as I don't want to get back with her. So I presumed he was still hankering after his ex, you know, and then he admitted that he does watch porn. And now for me, I don't want a guy who watches porn. I know it's going to be very, very difficult to get that type of guy, but I don't want that type of guy. Liam, hi Sandra, hope you had a great Christmas in 2021. Well, it's Christmas, it's New Year's Eve now, isn't it? Thank you. So yeah, it's New Year's Eve, so we haven't had 2021, but I wish you a happy New Year for tomorrow now, because it's New Year's Eve here. Thank you very much. Yeah, I had a good 3 days Christmas, but I have been quite poorly over the last few days. I had a viral infection. I had to have antibiotics. Well, my last antibiotic on Christmas Day, and then I've had this itching problem and rashes everywhere. I'm still scratching at the moment, so it's like I went out for the first time today, so it does drive me mad because I usually have to cool my body down. It's really annoying. I still don't know exactly why. It's like it might be a reaction to stress. That's why I haven't been on here streaming, because I haven't been very well. I'm signed off sick by the doctor till the 15th of January at the moment. So kind of one problem after another at the moment, but it all stems from quite a lot of bits from stress and stuff, from stuff going on at the moment. So, but I always miss my asexuals when I'm not on there. But it's like, you know, I've had to be just in my nightshirt and stuff and not much else and chilling out. So yeah, it's lots of love to you. It's nice to have you here. So yeah, so you know, the questions you get asked really about like sexual acts, about masturbation, about what do you do if you're aroused, you know, how like, you know, him asking like, do you just pleasure yourself? It's kind of like, it's like, do you know what I mean? The situation and conversation's gone very sexual, very all over a sudden. So yeah, the other guy, I said to this other guy, this is a fourth guy I was talking to, I said, also, I'm curious to know why you wanted to connect with me. If I don't like sex, I'm looking for a serious relationship. And then he's like, because I'm looking for a serious relationship too. But you know, it still doesn't account for the fact that I don't want sex. So, but this guy, he's quite sweet. He hasn't asked me any sexual questions, which is good. But he's the one that's not staying in this country. But yeah, you tend to get all these, do you know what I mean? Questions and like, you know, like how, you know, like a lot of them are to do with arousal and how do you deal with it when, you know, you've got the urge. It's like, but I don't get the urge to have sex. That's the thing, you know? And so, Liam, same. I mainly had a sore throat, only recovering now. Oh, bless you. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I had pelvic problems, so I had to have 2 lots of antibiotics. And then I've got this other problem at the moment, which has subsided considerably today, but it's still not good. So yeah, it's just very intrusive questions, and the fact that you're always, as an asexual, made to feel like something instigated and started being asexual, you know, and people just don't understand that you're asexual because it's your sexual orientation and you were made that way basically, and probably didn't realize it, you know. asking questions all the time about the same sort of thing. It's like, oh, can I ask you a question? And you kind of know what type of thing they're going to say before they say it, and it just gets so boring. And it's like, you know, I understand they're curious. They don't really understand asexuality, want to know more. But some of it, I mean, there was a highly sexual guy on there, and he just kept going on about, oh, so what do you like in terms of kissing? What do you like in terms of touching? Tell me more, and all this lot. When they start saying stuff like that, you know, a lot of the time it's just to turn them on, you know? And it's like, you know, if I said I don't like anything else but kissing, how would that mean I want more? Sparky 666, put it in bold, maybe people might see it. You can't do bold on there, Sparky. You can't do bold on it, unfortunately. You can't even add photographs in conversations. You can only add them to your profile. You can GIF. They got a GIF button, but you can't actually do any more. Oh, he's nice. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, I just got a new one. He's nice. I do get a lot of people talking to me on this app, I have to say. I've already liked him just a minute ago. Right. So anyway, so yeah, so I mean, in my profile, I make it very very clear that I'm asexual and I don't like sex. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a picture of me. Well, in the start with the Star Wars model, and then I put all this stuff. I put it in capital letters, do not like sex. I'm asexual, not heterosexual. Looking for younger guy in his 20s who wants a serious, no monogamous, no sex ever relationship with one girl, particularly Indian, clean shaven, non-smoker, no casual relationships. You know, that pretty much. And then I start saying like lively, and then I say down here, lively, I'm trying to read this backwards, lively, bubbly, energetic, likes kissing and romance only, don't want marriage, no kids, like to live alone, not I'm trying to read it backwards. Oh yeah, not interested in my birth certificate age, because I have a 21st mindset and live like a teenager on purpose. And then like theme parks, zoos, aquariums, cinema, writing books, basically. Oh, and clubbing. Yeah. So that, you know, I make it very, very clear, do you know what I mean? Does not like sex. You know, I can't be more clearer than that. And they still message me and want sex. It's like, you're absolutely insane. That covers everything. How are still guys getting that just want sex? Exactly. Covers everything, Sparky. They just don't read. I mean, when you see someone's profile, you see the first little bit of their like couple of oh, he sent me a message. He's cute. This guy's looking for a serious relationship as well, and he's damn cute. I'm gonna cover him up though, because I think for, you know, but oh, it doesn't show you with his profile, but basically he's asking me what's up. It's like, I'm at the minute I'm streaming. Should I write to him live on air? I'm currently streaming. Currently live streaming. This will be funny, won't it? Currently live streaming. It'll be like, what? I don't know if there's someone's profile. Oh right, yeah. Let me show you what it comes up. So it usually comes up with the first bit of, you know, of their profile. So when you flick through their pictures, it usually comes up with the first couple of lines. And then oh my god, I've switched my phone off by accident now. or I've switched it back on again. It's gone. What's going on with my phone? But yes, so I don't know what's going on with my phone because I thought I turned it off, but it looks like I've turned it back on, but I didn't switch it off in the first place. So I don't know. My phone's playing up, but it did get a bit wet earlier, so that might be why. But yeah, laugh out loud. So yeah, they can see the first couple of lines usually, and that's why I put "don't want sex" in the first couple of lines. And some of them say to me, "Why?" I had one guy say to me, "Why did you put don't like?" Oh yeah, this is the other thing I get. Why did you put "don't like sex" in the beginning of your bio? Is it just to avoid jerks contacting you? And I'm like, no, I genuinely don't like sex. And they can't get it in their mind. They think that it's, you're just trying to ward off the people that just want sex or just want to hook up. You're trying to stop the people that just come for sex. And that's what you mean. And I'm like, no, I really, really mean I don't like sex. It's like speaking to a 5-year-old, and even they're more intelligent. It's like, I don't like sex. How much difficult is it to understand what that means? Most people would know what that means, and they just don't get it. It's like, I think a lot of them just don't believe me, and that's why I point them to my channel quite a lot in the end, because I'm like, I'm absolutely fed up with this. I'm like, there. I've been on this channel now for 5 years. If that's not enough sorry, I swore. If that's not enough evidence, then I don't know what is. Do you know what I mean? It's like, come on. Do you know what I mean? It's like, geez. But they tend to. My phone's come back on now. Oh, I must have pressed the off button. I actually leaked a pen as well, so some of this phone's got pen on it. I can't even get the pen off my hand. You can see where I've got rashes on my hand still. But yeah, so in basically what I was trying to show you is they've got the first two lines, like couple of lines that you can see with the picture usually, and so. But if people bother to read, if people like you, they should be reading your bio. And if I said to them, have you read my bio? Yes. I'm like, well, why did you like me then if you like sex? Because clearly most of them don't. Most of them like sex, you know what I mean? I cannot believe this. I told you I just messaged that guy and told him I was live streaming, right? That same guy has just asked me, do you like sexes? Honestly. Like, literally, I'm going to block his face, all right? Because look, live on air. Look at this. I said currently live streaming, and he's like, do you like sexes? Meaning, do you like sex? And it's like, for F's sake, how many times do I have to say in my Facebook profile, I don't like sex? And this is, do you know what I mean? This is proof of the stupidity. Sparky, my some female friends put that in the beginning to get rid of jerks, but as your bio shows, you're not interested. Yeah, so why is he flaming well asking me that? Okay, do you like sex? What does it say in my profile? What does it say in my bio? I feel like saying, can you even read? What does it say in my bio? Honestly, I can't believe that. I honestly can't believe it's good though, because he happened to show you how much of an idiotic thing I have to deal with on there. When you've just seen my profile, it says I do not want sex. Yet this guy, he's like, hi. I said, hi, what's up? I said, currently live stream. He's like, okay, do you like sexes? Meaning sex. I said, what does it say in my bio? Question mark. He's like, oh, sorry. I'll put clearly we aren't suitable. Clearly we aren't suitable. Good luck. Bye. And I'll delete him in a minute. I'll see if he replies to that, just out of pure interest. But yeah. I said, what does it say in my bio? It's like, oh, sorry. I said, clearly we aren't suitable. Good luck. Bye. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what are these people like? Look at it. Oh, I'm probably going to switch my phone off again in a minute. Oh, he said bye back. He said bye back. That's really hilarious. And so I just put delete this conversation and it goes, you know? There you go. That's it. Oh, my phone's live. There we go. All gone. And you delete the conversation and that just stops them talking to you. Do you see what I mean? I see the word sex and I join the stream. Yes, Eddie. It's about the fact that I don't like sex and about the fact that the blooming guy, I had a guy live, come on live, liked me, and then he said, hi, what's up? I said, I'm live streaming. And then he asked me, so do you like sexes? Meaning, do you like sex? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, clearly, did you read my bio? And he's like, oh, sorry. And so then I deleted him. You know, I'm like, that's the end of that. But I'm glad he did do that because it's proof of the things I have to go through on that dating app. It's like, how many more ignorant guys are there on Facebook dating when I've spelt out I do not like sex in capital letters and I like romance and kissing only? And still they're asking me if I like sex. Exactly, Eddie. Oh my. It is oh my. I get absolutely fed up with it. It's like, I don't like sex. I don't like sex. Bash my head against a brick wall. I'm going to start doing a rap or something one day that says I don't like sex or some stupid catchy little song that just repeats on the record. I don't like sex. I don't like sex. I don't like sex. Ha ha ha. I don't like sex. I don't like sex. I don't, you know what I mean? It's just like, and have it on repeat so it can annoy them because it's like, I don't know how else to get through to them. Like, how can you literally come on someone's profile and go, do you like sex? When I've said I don't like sex. It's ridiculous. Oh, Eddie, as I told you, all they read is a EX and they get a chubby and massage message. You mean they get a erection? Is that what you're talking about? Honestly, I just don't know what goes on in the world. I just don't understand it. It's like they just hone in on me. I think the more I say I don't want sex, the more they want sex. It's just crazy. It's like, but what makes me laugh? It's funny, but it's not funny, but it is, but it's not. Is when I have all these, like, there's loads of women I know, and it's like they can't get sex. And even loads of guys think they can't get sex because they're on that app. And I'm like, it's easy to get sex. I get offered it loads usually. If I go to a club, for example, I mean, the clubs are shut at the moment, but you can still get it through bars and stuff like that. It's not difficult. You can get it through that app really easily. And it's like, you know, it's like they're all begging for it. And it's like, for God's sake, it's so easy to get sex. Why on earth are you even bothering going on an app when you can go to your local bar or something and get sex? What's the point in you even putting that energy and effort into it unless you want a relationship? I think it's a waste of time. But you know what I mean? It's like they're all desperate to get it. And it's like, you know, I'm not interested in it and get offered it regularly. You know, it's just like ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But these people, they just don't listen. They don't like listen with their eyes. They don't read clearly. You know, it's like really rude. You know, it's still got that guy's like, you know, it still comes up as a message. But once you've deleted their conversation, this is what happens. It goes to this usually type of thing. And this is all your deleted it comes up with your deleted conversations, like, so it shows deactivated conversations. So it then loads oh right, I didn't realise oh, this guy's deactivated. Okay, yeah, guys. Oh right, this guy was bi. He was actually bisexual, and he said, "Oh, am I open to bi guys?" He said, and I said, "I'm asexual, not heterosexual, looking for a monogamous guy and can live without sex forever." So I have no problem with him being attracted to guys too, as I have friends who are, but I need a non-smoker. He's like, okie dokie, yeah, guys are attractive too. I've never been on a date with one though. So, but sometimes these people, they match and I just delete them if they haven't spoke to me for a while, because it's like, if you're not going to speak to me because I don't want to have sex, basically. Oh, this was a guy. This was another intrusive questions, right? So so this guy was nice, young guy. But he said I could, because I said I'm looking for a guy in the UK. I'm not doing a long distance relationship, right? This guy didn't live. He lived in Ireland, I think. There's quite a few live in Ireland. And he's like, I could visit you. I mean, if it's really hard, it is really hard to find somebody like you, because he was into older females. And he said, I understand. So you're looking for someone asexual. Oh, hi, Nick. Nice to see you back. So I said, I'm looking for a cis guy in the UK. I'm asexual in sexual orientation, not heterosexual. And I'm looking for a cis guy, meaning someone who is born male, identifies as male, or as trans people would like me to say, assigned male at birth and still identifies as male. So yeah. So born or assigned. I mean, personally for me, I like to say I was born female, because I don't class myself as assigned it, because I feel I've always been female. And as I'm not trans, I prefer to use the word born, but as it's offensive to some trans people and I respect them, I was assigned female at birth as well, right? So anyway, this person says, I understand. So this got intrusive. That's why I'm going through it. Lots of love. Thanks for the thumbs up. So I said, I understand. So he said, I understand. So you are looking for someone asexual too. And I said, ideally, yes, because I need a guy who is monogamous and faithful to me for the rest of his life. In my experience, the heterosexual guys I've come across who like me can't live forever without sex, or without sex forever. Okay. And what do you think about massages or kisses all over the body? Do you like it? Now, if a guy's read my profile, as you have just read on here, you will clearly see that I'm into romance and kissing only. And I've said that I am not interested in sex. Do you know what I mean? It's like, maybe I need to spell out my profile. I don't like nudity either. But at the end of the day, I like kissing with my clothes on. And it's like, maybe it's because I haven't put, but it's like, maybe it's because I haven't put, I'm nudity repulsed. I haven't put that in there. There's only so many characters you can fit into there. So, but I don't think I've put the word nudity repulsed. But yes. But then he started saying, yeah, do you like massages or kisses all over the body you like? And I don't like a guy touching my naked body. I don't like being naked in front of anyone but myself. I love mouth kissing, tongue kissing, neck, shoulders, face, head, and cheek kisses. I'm happy to kiss a guy's chest if he has no chest hair and I am in a relationship with him, but not below the waist. I am attracted to his face, and I am only attracted to guys, not women at all. Cis guys usually, because this person did look a bit feminine. And then he's asked me again, and you don't like to do massages. Oh, he's asked me if I like to do massages rather than receive them now. And I'm like, not really. It's not something I am really into. My hands get dermatitis for a start, so I have to use cream a lot. Kissing is my thing. And he's like, I see. Well, I would really love to meet you. You are very beautiful. But I am not asexual. So at least I would like you to massage me or touch you a little. Only what you allow me. Has he listened to a word I said when I said I don't like being touched on my body at all? And then he said, then I have two questions. Do you like me to see the naked body of a naked man? I'm like, I'm getting more and more repulsed and sick by this point. And would you like to take a shower with a man? And I have just said, have I not? I don't like a guy touching my naked body. I don't like being naked in front of anyone but myself to this guy. Then he is clearly ignoring everything I say and asking me basically if I want to see the body of a naked man and take a shower with him, which would be requiring me to take my clothes off. As would the massage, being massaged, you know? And he's like, oh, he would like me to massage him or for him to touch me a little. Well, I said no. And I said to him, this is not what I want. I already told you I don't like to see a guy below the waist and don't like nudity, and massage is not my thing. I am not looking for a younger guy to do these types of things with, and I certainly do not do them outside of a relationship either. And then he's like, with a down face, excuse me if my questions bothered you. I really would like to make you happy. And I said, you completely ignored what I said. And he's like, I'm sorry. Then later on, he's going, are you angry with me? Then later on, he's going, the next day, if we ever meet, do you give me permission to kiss you? And I just like, I'd had enough. Like, you know, he's gone that, you know, that's deleted conversation, you know, because this is in inactivated users. So when you delete the conversation, it comes up deactivated user. Eddie, you can't put a pic of your list of what you want and not want. Oh shit, sorry, excuse my language. I've just literally chucked water all over myself and nearly my keyboard. I'm not joking. Can you see the drips? I'm in a bit of trouble because my keyboard is like soaked and I'm gonna have to go and sort my keyboard out and my trousers are wet through, which is why I don't like putting water near the thing. But you know, I don't want my sugar. Sorry. I'm gonna have to go and sort this out, I think. Yeah, I think the joke put me off, Eddie, when you started saying about you can't put a pic of your list of what you'd want and don't want. It's like, no, I've put if you watch some of my other shows, you'll notice that you can my trousers completely soaked now because I had like nearly a whole mug of like a third of mug water in. And I'm gonna have to go and dry my keyboard with a hairdryer because I've already had to buy a replacement one. But yeah, so basically, you know, you can put pictures of yourself, and you can put like they give you subjects you can talk about, and I've made it clear in my profile further down the answers to that. If you've watched the show before, when I've done it, I've explained what I've done it before, and so, but my trousers are completely soaked now, so I'm gonna have to go in a minute, and I really need to dry my keyboard with a hairdryer so it doesn't, you know, I don't have to buy a new one because my keyboard stopped working last time. But you know, you can't put a list. You know, you've got so many characters to write what you don't like, and then you've got these pictures. Yeah, you're not caught up, so you have to catch up. But yeah, so Nick, what part of no nudity is so hard to understand? Exactly. The impants part, bad joke, I know. Yeah, I'm not caught up. Yeah, so you know, my trousers. So basically, you're able to put these pictures up, and you're able to choose these things. So you can ask a question. So for example, you can give the best dating advice. So so down here, I clearly make it clear, like I got a picture of me behind here. So I put, I'm looking for someone who, that's the thing that the picture they give you, you can put your own picture behind it, and then it's like a colour. So that's my picture I put behind it. And then you can say, I'm looking for someone who, and I said, wants a serious and committed, no sex ever, monogamous, long-term life partner relationship. I'm heteromantic, asexual in orientation. So you can't make it, again, this is part of my bio. This is like, so up here is what I say about not liking sex, about being asexual. I put this in my first sentence. So clearly, you know, people can see it because they can only usually see the first couple of sentences. Like, not like sex. So that I make that very, very clear. I carry on making it very, very clear. And then, and then I make it clear there again on this. And then the best dating advice that I can give, be yourself and read all of my bio before you message me. Because this is to do with the best dating advice. And then I've got some more pictures to say about the song. Let's make sure we're on the same page about. So again, you can write things there. So I put not having sex and looking for a committed monogamous relationship. See? I spell it out to them there. And not here for a casual relationship or pen pal. I am openly asexual. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just ignorant, and they're just, completely ignorant. They don't bother reading it. And yeah, it's not very nice, to be honest. I could just write more of all, but I guess the blood drains from the brain to someplace else and they fail to read anything else. Yeah, I mean, I am an attractive girl. I'm not going to deny that. Look, I got a tiny little bit of water left in the bottom after the rest went all over my trousers. Look, tissues soaked. So yeah, I mean, I am an attractive girl, but it's like, geez, do you know what I mean? Because that's but it's just like they just don't bother. It's just ridiculous. So that's my picture, which I did show this earlier on this stream, Eddie. So they've already seen that was taken in the Disney store. But at the end of the wasted water. Well, yeah, but worse is I don't know if my keyboard's got any damage to it, so I'm gonna have to go and dry it out, and it is wasted. But then I knocked it off, didn't I, talking on the stream? So yes, mineral water as well. So yeah, it's just like ridiculous. They just pay no attention. They completely ignore what you're saying, and they just seem to think it's a joke. I'm gonna have to go and dry my keyboard. So yeah, it's just ridiculous. All the intrusive questions, like if I don't like nakedness, why am I gonna want a guy doing stuff to my body? Why am I gonna want to see a man naked? Why am I gonna want to take a shower with a man naked? If I say I don't like something and someone ignores it, then it's just blooming rude. There's just so many people that are just ignoring stuff in there, and it's just like they don't respect anything a lot of the time. It's like a lot of the time I just move on, but there's got to be some asexual guys on there somewhere. So when you go to matches, you go to deactivate conversations. I don't know if I can find anything else, but a lot of them, their actual information. Yeah, I mean, I say to them, I'm curious to know what attracted you to my profile. They deleted me, I think. Yeah, so again, it's like, I was talking to this person, but can't show their messages, and it's like, I don't like sex, It's like, yes, I hate sex, so if you're looking for that, go elsewhere. So they sent me a few messages, deleted. Oh, dearie me. I don't know if I can see anymore. So yeah, it's just like these ones I just don't bother with. Some of these match, and then you don't think, they don't talk to me, or they say one message. Eddie, I do not think I even asked my girlfriend these kind of things when I first talked together. Well, exactly. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like it's too sexual. Do you know what I mean? It's like this guy is like when I first, this was like 8th of December. And it's like, I don't know what he said because I can't remember his message, but he said, like, I said, thanks, I'm not looking for a casual relationship. But he must have something about my body, because he goes, I said, I appreciate you like my body figure. I like it too, but I am not into sex. I hate it. And not into a guy's hands all over my body either. Oh yeah, he was talking about my body. I'm asexual in sexual orientation. My birth certificate age is nothing like who I am. I only put it on here because I'm honest. I don't usually talk about it or use it. And because they were asking me why I like a young person, basically. You know, and I said, I have to say, though, I'm looking for an unconventional Indian guy, so I don't want sex or marriage or kids, and I won't cook or clean for him either. He must do that for himself. And then I think he blocked me then, which is great. Eddie, took her over a year to discuss some things. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, when guys just straight away start talking about physical stuff, usually it's a bad sign, you know? It's usually a sign that that's pretty much all they're interested in talking to you about, you know? So it's not a good thing. So I prefer it if a guy like talks about other stuff. I don't mind him saying he likes kissing because it's a big deal for me. If I don't know if he likes kissing or not, it's, you know, it's not going to be good for me. Because I do like kissing. Anyway, I'm going to go because I need to dry my keyboard out and my trousers are getting wet, and I think I need to do some rest now. So yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you for now. Thank you so much for being in chat. I hope you found this interesting live stream about what sexuals say to asexuals, which is pretty much everything to do with sexual acts and sex itself, even though I clearly say I'm not interested. You know, and yeah, I want to thank everyone for being in chat. That includes Sparky and Nick and Liam and Eddie. I'm going to love you and leave you for now. If you've got any more comments, queries, or questions about Facebook dating, or you want to talk about intrusive questions you get asked by sexuals, then please post them down below in the comments after this video is finished streaming. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Get your friends to subscribe. Anyone who's interested in asexuality, let's educate them. That's what it's all about. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video live stream. Like I said, I'm still signed off sick by the doctor at the moment, so I'm still not 100% back to streaming fully like I would usually be. I'm having to take time off for my health at the moment, so I do apologise for that, but it's pretty much essential for me at the moment, so I get better fully. But I look forward to seeing you in the next video live stream. It's been great to have you here. And I love you lots, and I love speaking to you. It's really nice to connect with you again. So thank you all for tuning in. And embrace your quirky and each other. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and share it with anyone you think may benefit. And like they'll be like, oh God, yeah, I know what they're talking about. It's annoying, isn't it? Because I know a lot of asexuals get the problems that I do. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you for now. I'm going to sort my keyboard out. And it's been great to talk to you. Take care and lots of love. And I'll see you soon. Bye, Eddie. Lots of love. Bye, everyone. Bye, Nick. Bye, Liam. Bye, Sparky.